Get your boy back, or a queen's ransom, as it were. After all, a parent would do anything to keep their child safe.
I don't find your tone appropriate, Detective.
If Oliver can think of anything else, he'll be in touch. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming.
Get your boy back, or a queen's ransom, as it were. After all, a parent would do anything to keep their child safe. Their luck never seems to run out, does it?
I don't find your tone appropriate, Detective.
If Oliver can think of anything else, he'll be in touch. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming.
Get your boy back, or a queen's ransom, as it were. After all, a parent would do anything to keep their child safe. Their luck never seems to run out, does it?
I don't find your tone appropriate, Detective.
If Oliver can think of anything else, he'll be in touch. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming.
Get your boy back, or a queen's ransom, as it were. After all, a parent would do anything to keep their child safe. Their luck never seems to run out, does it?
I don't find your tone appropriate, Detective.
If Oliver can think of anything else, he'll be in touch. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming.
Get your boy back, or a queen's ransom, as it were. After all, a parent would do anything to keep their child safe. Their luck never seems to run out, does it?
I don't find your tone appropriate, Detective.
If Oliver can think of anything else, he'll be in touch. Thank you, gentlemen.
Get your boy back, or a queen's ransom, as it were. After all, a parent would do anything to keep their child safe. Their luck never seems to run out, does it?
I don't find your tone appropriate, Detective.
If Oliver can think of anything else, he'll be in touch. Thank you, gentlemen.
Get your boy back, or a queen's ransom, as it were. After all, a parent would do anything to keep their child safe. Their luck never seems to run out, does it?
If Oliver can think of anything else, he'll be in touch. Thank you, gentlemen.
Get your boy back, or a queen's ransom, as it were. After all, a parent would do anything to keep their child safe. Their luck never seems to run out, does it?
If Oliver can think of anything else, he'll be in touch. Thank you.
Get your boy back, or a queen's ransom, as it were. After all, a parent would do anything to keep their child safe. Their luck never seems to run out, does it?
I don't find your tone appropriate, Detective.
If Oliver can think of anything else, he'll be in touch. Thank you, gentlemen.
Get your boy back, or a queen's ransom, as it were. After all, a parent would do anything to keep their child safe. Their luck never seems to run out, does it?
I don't find your tone appropriate, Detective.
If Oliver can think of anything else, he'll be in touch. Thank you, gentlemen.
Get your boy back, or a queen's ransom, as it were. After all, a parent would do anything to keep their child safe. Their luck never seems to run out, does it?
I don't find your tone appropriate, Detective.
If Oliver can think of anything else, he'll be in touch. Thank you, gentlemen.
Get your boy back, or a queen's ransom, as it were. After all, a parent would do anything to keep their child safe. Their luck never seems to run out, does it?
I don't find your tone appropriate, Detective.
If Oliver can think of anything else, he'll be in touch. Thank you, gentlemen.
Get your boy back, or a queen's ransom, as it were. After all, a parent would do anything to keep their child safe. Their luck never seems to run out, does it?
If Oliver can think of anything else, he'll be in touch. Thank you, gentlemen.
Get your boy back, or a queen's ransom, as it were. After all, a parent would do anything to keep their child safe. Their luck never seems to run out, does it?
I don't find your tone appropriate, Detective.
If Oliver can think of anything else, he'll be in touch. Thank you, gentlemen.
Get your boy back, or a queen's ransom, as it were. After all, a parent would do anything to keep their child safe. Their luck never seems to run out, does it?
find your tone appropriate at that time.
All of the configurators belongs to will be in touch. Thank you. Don't get your will back. Green tracks in this way. After all, Sean said something run out.
Find your tone appropriate.
Thank you. Don't get your will back. Green tracks in this way. After all, Sean said something run out. All of the configurators belongs to will be in touch. Thank you. Your will back. Green tracks in this way. After all, Sean said something run out.
Find your tone appropriate at that time.
All of the configurators will be in touch. Thank you. Don't get your will back. Green tracks in this way. After all, Sean said something run out.
Find your tone appropriate at that time.
All of the configurators belongs to will be in touch. Thank you. Don't get your will back. Green tracks in this way. After all, Sean said something run out.
Find your tone appropriate.
Don't get your will back. Green tracks in this way. All of the configurators will be in touch. Thank you. Don't get your will back. Green tracks in this way. Don't get your will back. Green tracks in this way. Don't get your will back. Green tracks in this way. Don't get your will back. Green tracks in this way. Don't get your will back.
to read the book.
I missed you, Reza.
No kitchen on the island.
No. No friends either. Hey. Thank you. Did I really seem different?
No. You're still a good boy.
Oh, I think we both know I wasn't.
But a good heart.
I hope so. I want to be the person you always told me I could be.
Oliver! I want to introduce you to someone. John Diggle. He'll be accompanying you from now on.
I don't need a babysitter.
Darling, Oliver's a grown man, and if he doesn't feel he needs our protection, we should
Yeah,
try.
I understand, but this is something I need.
So, what do I call you?
Diggle's good. Dig if you want.
You're ex-military?
Yes, sir. 105th Airborne out of Kandahar. Retired. Been in the private sector a little more than 4 years now. I don't want there to be any confusion, Mr. Queen. My ability to keep you from harm will outweigh your comfort. Do we have an agreement? Sir? Sir!
The abduction was unexpected. It forced me to move up my plans. But what I told the police was true. The man in the green hood was there in that warehouse. And he's just beginning. Adam Hunt. His crimes go deeper than fraud and theft, but he's been able to bully, bribe, or kill anyone who's gotten into his way. He hasn't met me yet.
You remind Grell I put him on the bench, I can take him off. I will turn him into a cautionary tale.
Yes, Mr. Hunt.
And this attorney, Laurel Lance, you said she wasn't going to be a problem anymore. I told you to fix that situation. Why are you still here?
Get in the car!
Hey! You missed. transfer $40 million into Starling City bank account 1141 by 10 p.m. tomorrow night.
For what?
Or I'm gonna take it, and you won't like how.
If I see you again, you're dead!
He was wearing a hood, a green hood, and he had a bow and arrow. What, you don't believe me? That maniac put 2 of my men in the hospital.
Well, thanks for your statement. We'll put out an APB on Robin Hood.
Hey, pal, I'm not some grocer who got taken for his register. I go to the front of the line. Now, he said he would be back here by 10 p.m. Make sure you're here first. You can coordinate with Mr. Dracon, my new head of security.
All right, well, thanks for your time.
It looks like Queen was telling the truth.
Yeah, well, it's the first time for everything. If this hooded guy comes looking for trouble, he'll find it.
Put on your seatbelt, sir. Wouldn't want you to miss your party.
This beat's for all my freaks.
Homecoming! Thank you very much, everybody! Ollie. I miss tequila!
What the hell's going on out there?
Across the street. Party for the guy that got rescued off that island. Oliver Queen.
Hey, does he wipe for you too? Now, by my rough estimate, you have not had sex in 1,839 days. As your wingman, I highly recommend Carmen Golden.
Which one is she?
The one who looks like the chick from Twilight.
What's Twilight?
You're so better off not knowing.
Back in a minute.
Ollie! Hey! This party is sick.
Who let you in here?
I believe it was somebody who said, right this way, Miss Queen.
Well, you shouldn't be here.
I'm not 12 anymore.
No, you're 17.
Ollie, I love you. But you can't come back here and judge me. Especially for being just like you.
I know that it couldn't have been easy for you when I was away.
Away? No, you died. My brother and my father died. I went to your funerals.
I know.
No, you don't. Mom had Walter and I had no one. You guys all act like it's cool. Let's forget about the last 5 years. Well, I can't. For me, it's kind of permanently in there, so I'm sorry if I turned out some major disappointment, but this, me, is the best I could do with what I had to work with. Let's bounce. Do you have a thunder? Yeah, it's right here. No, I must have dropped it.
Oh. You're here.
Tommy! He made the point that we have too many years between us to leave things the way we left them. Is there someplace quieter that we could go?
Yeah.
I'm sorry about saying that you should have been the one who died. That was wrong.
If I could trade places with her, I would.
About Sarah. There's something that I've been afraid to ask, but I need to know.
Okay.
When she died, did she suffer?
No.
I think about her every day.
Me too.
I guess we still have one thing in common then. I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but if you need someone to talk to about what happened to you, I'm here. Something wrong?
I asked somebody to do something. They didn't do it. Laurel. You always saw the best in me. Right now, that's what you're doing. You're looking at me, and you're wondering if that island changed me somehow, if it made me a better person. It didn't. Stay away from me. Otherwise, I'm just gonna hurt you again. This time it'll be worse. You gotta roll. I got 5 years of debauchery to catch up on.
You know what, Oliver? You're wrong. That island did change you. At least now you're honest.
Something I can help you with, sir?
I just want a second to myself.
I would believe you, Mr. Queen, if you weren't so full of crap. Part is this way.
It's locked.
You two cover the elevator. Hang back and be ready. Stay in the corners and stay alert. It's past 10. He's never getting in here.
All's clear.
Yeah.
Lay down your weapon!
Tell me you saw that. Okay, let's go. Move.
Search the building, roof to basement. Find him! Starling City Police, the party's over, kids!
Oh, Mr. Merlin, imagine my shock at finding you here. Did you roofie anyone special tonight? Huh?
Detective! It's a private party.
Yeah, well, there was an incident at Adam Hunt's building tonight. Do you know anything about that?
Who's Adam Hunt?
He's a millionaire. Bottom feeder, and I'm kind of surprised you weren't friends.
I've been out of town for a while.
Yeah, well, he just got attacked by the guy with the hood. The guy that saved your ass the other day.
The hood guy.
Yeah.
You can find him? I'm gonna offer a reward.
Hey, everybody! $2 million to anybody that can find a nut bar and a green hood.
Did you even try to save him?
Okay, let's go, Margaret. Did you even try to save my daughter? Sarah would want this.
It's not.
Let's go. It's all right. Let's go.
It's way too quiet in here. This is a party!
Some coincidence. I mean, you asking to have your party here and Hunt getting robbed right next door and by the same guy who rescued us at the warehouse?
If I were you, Tommy, I'd just be glad you're alive.
What happened to you on that island?
A lot.
What the hell are you talking about? $40 million doesn't just up and vanish. Untraceable? It is $40 million! Find it!
How did he do it?
Save your strength.
You can survive this. Make it whole. Make it better. Right my wrongs. But you gotta live through this first. You hear me, darling? You hear me, son?
Just rest, Dad.
Survive.
If hypothetically $50,000 magically appeared in your bank account, it might be best for you not to speak about it to anyone. Ever. God bless you too.
I just got a very grateful phone call from one of our clients against Adam Hunt.
Me too.
It looks like Starling City has a guardian angel. By the way, your cute friend's here.
You left the party pretty quick last night, even after I made sure the bar was stocked with Pinot Noir.
It wasn't really my scene.
I thought maybe you and Oliver went mano a mano again. I saw you two head out.
There's nothing between Oliver and I. Not anymore.
Here, I thought the only thing between you and Oliver was us.
I wouldn't exactly characterize us as an us, Tommy.
Then what would you call it?
A lapse.
There's quite a few lapses. Your place, my place again.
Oh, come on, Merlin. We both know that you're not a one-girl type of guy.
Depends on the girl.
I have to go back to work.
Dinah Laurel Lance. Always trying to save the world.
Hey, if I don't try and save it, who will?
She says the island changed me. She has no idea how much. There are many more names on the list. Those who rule my city through intimidation and fear. Every last one of them will wish I had died on that island.
The police failed to identify the men I hired to kidnap Oliver. And they never will. Should we arrange another abduction?
No. There are other ways of finding out what my son knows.
Trải nghiệm đẳng cấp của một VIP thực sự là sải bước đầy bản lĩnh. Chinh phục mọi tầm cao. Romano VIP, dòng sản phẩm cao cấp nhất từ Romano. Trải nghiệm đẳng cấp của một VIP thực sự là sải bước đầy bản lĩnh. Chinh phục mọi tầm cao. Romano VIP, dòng sản phẩm cao cấp nhất từ Romano.
The day I went missing was the day I died. 5 years in hell forged me into a weapon, which I used to honor a vow I made to my father, who sacrificed his life for mine. In his final moments, he told me the truth, that our family's wealth had been built on the suffering of others, that he failed our city, and that it was up to me to save it and right his wrongs. But to do that without endangering the people closest to me, I have to be someone else. I have to be something else.
Who's that? Where'd he come from?
What's going on here?
We'll get the chopper back now.
Who's this guy? Whoa, 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 please, wait. No, please.
Marcus
no,
Redmond,
please.
you failed this city.
Please, no.
Cell phone inside pocket. Call your partner. Tell him to give those pensioners back their money.
Please, no.
Do it now.
withdrawn more than $30 million from the plan's account. Mr. Redmond claims refunding the Halcyon pension plan has always been his intent. But sources say Redmond was coerced by the vigilante, who to this day...
This guy gets more airtime than the Kardashians, right?
5 years on an island and you still know who they are.
I've been catching up. It's nice to see how much our culture has improved while I was away.
No, the city used to be different. People used to feel safe.
Oh, what's the matter, Mom? Afraid we're gonna be next?
Do you have any questions about today, Oliver? It's a simple proof of life declaration. Just read out a brief prepared statement to the judge, and then your death in absentia judgment will be voided.
It's fine, Walter. I've been in a courtroom before.
4 times by my estimate. You know, there was the DUI, the assault on that paparazzi douchebag, stealing that taxi, which was just awesome, by the way. And who could forget peeing on the cop?
I wish everyone would.
I'd hang, but we're headed to court.
I know, that's why I'm here. My best friend is getting legally resurrected. I wouldn't miss this for the world.
What about you?
Oh, I think the first 4 times of you in court was enough for me.
Fair enough.
Mrs. Queen? Car's ready.
Walter?
Mr. Queen, can we get a comment, sir?
Civilization after 5 years of the uncharted island.
Can you tell us what happened on that island, Mr. Queen, please?
Tell us about the accident, Mr. Queen. 5 years on an island. Can you tell us?
There was a storm. The boat went down. I was the only survivor. My father didn't make it. I almost died. I thought that I had, because I spent so many days on that life raft before I saw the island. When I reached it, I knew that I was gonna have to live for both of us. In those 5 years, it was that one thought that kept me going.
Your Honor, we move to vitiate the death in absentia filed after Oliver's disappearance at sea aboard the Queen's Gambit 5 years ago. Unfortunately, we will not be requesting that the declaration of death filed for the petitioner's father, Robert Queen, be rescinded. The Queen family is only entitled to one miracle, I'm afraid.
Now on to the offices. Everyone is waiting to meet you there.
Mom, that was a little bit heavier than I was expecting it to be. Can we do that tomorrow, please?
Of course.
Thank you.
Last week, you couldn't wait to get to the company.
Tommy, I just spent 5 years away from civilization. I wasn't exactly thinking straight.
Hi. Hi.
What are you doing here?
Oh,
They were bringing me back from the dead, legally speaking. What are you doing here?
My job.
Right.
More like the DA's.
Hi, Oliver Queen.
Emily Nocenti.
Oliver just got back from 5 years on an uncharted island. Before that, he was cheating on me with my sister. He was with her when she died. And last week, he told me to stay away from him. It was really good advice. Excuse me.
It was nice to meet you.
Come on, buddy. Shake it off. Let's go.
Mr. Summers, one question, sir.
I don't know what I've done to earn this witch hunt from Miss Lance and her bosses at the CNRI, but I can tell you this. I am an honest businessman, and I will fight this slander to my last dime and breath. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
You're gonna fight that? There's Mr. Queen. Tell us what happened inside, Mr. Queen.
Step back, everybody.
A couple of moments, sir. Can you give us a couple of comments about the island, Mr. Queen? Before you go, sir, please. A couple of comments about the island. So what happened in there? All right, everybody step back. Hey, man, I'll make you swallow that Nikon. Back!
This happens to you a lot, doesn't it?
How much is a life worth? A life of a man, a good man, a Steve Dorr on the docks of the city in which we live. A father, a man with a daughter. The plaintiff will prove by a preponderance of evidence that Victor Nocenti learned that his boss, that man sitting right there, Martin Summers, was taking bribes from the Chinese triad to smuggle drugs into our city. And when Victor Nocenti threatened to tell the police, Martin Summers had him killed. Mr. Summers is very well connected and has friends in the district attorney's office. Which is why if Emily Nocenti is to get justice for her father's death, if Martin Summers is to get justice for his crimes, then someone is gonna have to do it for them.
Martin Summers. Laurel's targeted the worst of Starling City, so it's no surprise his name is on my father's list. The city's police and DA can't stop him, or won't. Laurel thinks she's the only one willing to bring him to justice. She's wrong.
You, listen up. The longer this goes on, the more likely the media is gonna crucify me. You shut this trial down.
Yes, sir.
Martin Summers! You failed this city. No! You're gonna testify in that trial. You're gonna confess to having Victor Nocenti killed. There won't be a second warning.
I hired you to protect my son. Now, I'm not a professional bodyguard, but it seems to me that the first requirement would be managing to stay next to the man you're hired to protect.
All due respect, ma'am, I never had a client who didn't want my protection.
I hired you. That makes me the client. Now, where do you think my son is going on these chaperoneless excursions?
Ma'am, I truly do not know.
And he truly doesn't.
Then perhaps you'd like to share with me, where it is you run off to.
I've been alone for 5 years.
I know that, Oliver.
Mom. Alone.
I see.
I promised to introduce her if it ever gets to the exchanging first names stage.
No, I'd rather you promise to take Mr. Diggle with you on your next rendezvous. It's not safe. You've already been abducted once. There is a maniac out there hunting the wealthy.
Maniac saved my life.
This isn't a game. I lost you once, and I am not going through that again.
Okay. Dig's my guy.
Thank you.
Sorry to give you so much grief.
Served 3 tours in Afghanistan, Mr. Queen. You don't even come close to my definition of grief. I tell you what, you ditch me one more time, no one will have to fire me.
Where are you going?
Somewhere loud and smoky. And don't bother trying to pickpocket my stash this time, because I'm gonna go get drunk instead.
Thea, do you think this is what Dad would want for you?
Dead people don't want anything. It's one of the benefits of being dead.
I was dead. And I wanted a lot.
Except for your family. You've been home a week and all you do is avoid Mom, ignore Walter, and judge me. Don't wait up.
Well, I owe you an apology, Mr. Summers. We come all the way down to your docks, and it turns out you don't need the police after all.
Which is exactly what I've been saying.
Yeah, so I guess that 911 call that we got last night from your stevedore saying that you were getting attacked by a guy in a green hood and a bow and arrow, I guess that, well, was that a practical joke?
These guys like to fool around.
Yeah. Well, I'd be very much inclined to believe an honest, upstanding businessman like yourself. Except, well, one of my men found this at your docks. You see, there's this vigilante running around. He thinks he's some kind of Robin Hood. He's robbing the rich. He's trying to teach him a lesson, I guess. I don't know. But the point is, the man's a killer. And nothing and no one is going to stop me from bringing him down. But like you said, clearly nothing happened here last night.
Isn't this a conflict of interest, Detective? After all, your daughter is suing me.
I'm pretty good at keeping my emotions in check.
I'm not. You and your daughter don't want to find out what I am capable of when I get emotional.
As you can see, Oliver, we've modernized quite a bit.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Yes, I am.
I remember when your father used to bring you here when you were a boy. You always were so excited.
Dad let me drink soda in the office.
Ah, so that's why you enjoyed coming.
The Queen consolidated success of late is a result of its targeted diversification. We have been making impressive inroads in cutting-edge fields like biotech and clean energy.
That's neat. Excuse me. Can I get a sparkling water or something cold, please?
Sweetheart, Oliver, Walter and I have something to discuss with you. Come, please sit.
Mom, it makes me nervous when you ask me to sit down.
The company is about to break ground on a new site for the Applied Sciences Division, and we would like to honor your father by dedicating the building in his name.
Nice.
And we'd like to make an announcement at the dedication that you will be taking a leadership position in the company.
No.
No, your company.
No, I don't want to lead anything. Besides, Walter is doing a very good job here.
You said that you wanted to be a different person. You are Robert Queen's son.
I don't need to be reminded of that.
Well, obviously you do.
Everyone here understands that this transition is really difficult for you.
Thank you, Walter. Which part, though? Everyone fantasizing that I got my MBA while I was on the island? Or the fact that my father's CFO now sleeps down the hall from me.
You know, 5 years ago, your irresponsibility was somewhat charming. It is a lot less so now.
The driver will be here in a minute.
Okay.
You know, I spent the first 27 years of my life in Sterling City and the next 5 in Afghanistan. You want to know what I learned?
There's no place like home?
No, just the opposite.
Home is a battlefield.
Back home, they're all trying to get you. Get you to open up, be somebody you're not sure you are anymore.